John Edward Jones had a strong passion for exploring caves. During his childhood, his father often took him and his brother on cave expeditions in Utah, and as they ventured into the underground depths, the boys developed a deep appreciation for the mysterious allure of the darkness within. Regrettably, John's first exploration of Nutty Putty Cave, located southwest of Utah Lake, proved to be his final one. John Edward Jones was 26 years old. He was married, had a 1-year-old daughter, and was pursuing medical studies in Virginia. On November 24, 2009, John, his brother Josh, and 11 others decided to explore Nutty Putty Cave, hoping to spend some quality time together before Thanksgiving Day. Unfortunately, things did not go as planned. At approximately 8 p.m., John began his exploration of Nutty Putty Cave. It had been years since his last cave adventure, and with his current height of 6 feet and weight of 200 pounds, he was no longer the small child he once was. About an hour into his exploration, John decided to find the birth canal, a tight passage in Nutty Putty Cave that required careful crawling. While in search of this formation, he took a wrong turn and ended up in an unmapped part of the cave near Ed's Push. Thinking he saw a larger opening ahead, John cautiously moved forward into the narrow passage headfirst, using his hips, stomach, and fingers to inch his way through. However, it quickly became apparent that he had made a huge mistake. He found himself firmly lodged at a 70-degree angle, with no way to free himself. He had no space to maneuver or crawl back out in the direction he had come from. John's brother Josh was the first to find him. He tried pulling John's calves to free him, but his efforts were in vain. In a cruel twist of fate, John slid further into the passage and became even more trapped. His arms were now pinned beneath his chest, rendering him completely immobile. Both John and Josh were devoted Mormons and could do nothing but pray for divine guidance. A female rescuer named Susie Matola was the first to reach John at approximately 12:30 a.m. By that time, John had already been trapped for 3.5 hours. For the next 24 hours, a team of over 100 rescue workers tirelessly attempted to extract John from the depths of Nutty Putty Cave. Sean Roundy, one of the rescuers involved in the mission, highlighted the challenges faced by anyone who ventured into Nutty Putty Cave. Many of the passageways in the cave were dangerously narrow, including the entrance itself, where warning signs had been erected. In 2004, there were 2 incidents involving Boy Scouts who almost lost their lives in the same area where John got stuck. In one of the cases, it took the rescue team 14 hours to free a 16-year-old boy who was smaller than John in size. After the 2 incidents, officials closed Nutty Putty Cave, and it had only been open for 6 months since its reopening earlier that year, when John and his family decided to explore it. As John remained trapped in the cave, his situation became more serious. The angle at which he was stuck was causing significant strain on his body, which is built to function in an upright position, with the heart working in sync with gravity. Being upside down puts a tremendous burden on the heart to pump blood continuously out of the brain, and the whole system begins to deteriorate. Time was of the essence to rescue John before his body suffered permanent damage. The rescue team set up a system of 15 pulleys and secured John with a rope attached to them. Once everything was in place, they exerted as much force as they could, hoping to free him. However, one of the pulleys unexpectedly failed, causing severe injuries to a rescuer. As a result, the rope and pulley operation was abandoned, leaving the rescue team with no alternative plan to free John. They requested 6 gallons of vegetable oil to lubricate and slide John out, but soon realized that it wouldn't work. They even considered using explosives, but concluded that it was not a viable option. Throughout the day, drills and chisels were brought in, but the bigger equipment couldn't be positioned near John, and the smaller equipment was too slow. For example, when they tried to widen the narrow path to prepare for John's rescue, it took an hour and a half to drill through only 6 inches of rock. John remained trapped around 400 feet into the cave and approximately 100 feet beneath the Earth's surface. John Edward Jones, who had been trapped inside Nutty Putty Cave for more than 27 hours, was pronounced dead due to cardiac arrest just before midnight on November 25, 2009. He left behind his wife Emily, a young daughter, and an unborn son. After realizing that it was impossible to retrieve John's body from Nutty Putty Cave, officials decided to permanently close and seal it, making it his final resting place.